Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today we are making the Pop Filet Heart Square, this little beauty that I've got right in front of me here. And it's made in rows, and I'll take you through row by row with what stitches to do. So you could do this in many colours as you like, or just all in one colour, and there is a border edging as well. So grab your things, grab your hook, your yarn, your scissors and a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started. So to start today's square, you want to chain 23, and then we're going to make a row of double crochets, 21 double crochets. We are going to skip the first 3 chains and work into the 4th chain from the hook, and we're going to do a double crochet. Now we are going to be putting a border on this, so I'm not going to worry about working into my back bump. I'm just going to work in as usual, because I don't need to worry about this bottom being neat or not. So you're then going to do a double crochet into every chain along, and you will end up with 21 double crochet, including this starting chain, which counts as your first double crochet. So go ahead and work all the way down to the end of the row for 21 double crochets. 21 double crochets, there we go. So we're now going to start on the heart. So we're going to start our popcorns. So you want to chain 2, and this counts as your double crochet on every row. Only a chain 2, because a chain 3 tends to kind of bow out a bit, give you a bit of a bigger gap. So that's why it's a chain 2, not a chain 3 that you might be used to. Okay, and then you're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. Nine double crochet plus the first one, and then we're going to do a popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, our popcorns are 5 double crochet popcorns. So we are going to, okay, sorry about that. We're going to do a 5 double crochet popcorn in the next stitch. So to do that, we do 5 double crochets in the next stitch. 5 double crochets all into the next stitch. Okay, when you've done 5 double crochet, then just pull out your hook from that loop. Pop your hook back into the first double crochet there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your first one, pop it into that loop under there, and then pop the loop back onto your hook and pull through that first stitch. Gives you this domed stitch here. My camera will focus. There we go. You get this kind of domed popping out stitch. And then chain 1 just to lock that stitch. Okay, and then we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 10 stitches. Your last stitch will be the top of this chain 3. Okay, and there we go. So we have 10 stitches on each side and 1 popcorn in the middle. You can see that stitch there. Okay, and this is the pop filet, so it's going to have the filet style mesh pattern in the middle and these popcorns around it. Okay, so for our next row, we are going to chain 2 to start just as before, turn your work, and then do a double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches. So you will have 8 all together. Okay, 8 double crochet all together there. And then in the next stitch we're going to do a popcorn. We're going to do a reverse popcorn. So we want to do our 5 double crochets in this next stitch. Okay, now we want to do a reverse popcorn, because if we did it in the usual way, then it would be raised on this side, but we need it to be on the other side, the same as our first popcorn. We need them all to be on the same side. So take out your hook as before. This time, into your first stitch, you want to put your hook in from the back, so go under that stitch but from the back, okay, and then pop the loop back on your hook and pull through, and there you can see you have your popcorn on the same side as your other popcorn, okay, and then just chain one to close. Okay, and then we're going to skip the next double crochet along, and we're going to do a double crochet in the top of the popcorn. Now remember, when you did your popcorn, you did a chain after it, so we don't want to work into the chain, we want to work into the popcorn. So you've got your next stitch, which we're going to skip, and then this next part here will be your chain that you made, and then the very next part will be your popcorn stitch, okay? So always remember you have a chain to the side of your popcorn, and then go into the actual popcorn stitch, which will seem as if you're going to the side of it, but it is actually your popcorn, okay? So one in there, and then chain one, skip the next double crochet, and then we're going to do another reverse popcorn in the next stitch. So 5 double crochet, okay, 5 double crochet in that stitch, remove your loop, pop your hook from the back to the front in that first stitch, and then pop your loop back on and pull through and chain one. So there we've got, you can see it's working up symmetrically. Whatever we do on this side, we do on this side, okay? So then you are going to double crochet in each of the next 8 stitches. So your last one will be in the top of your chain. Okay, turn my work around and you can see this is what I have already. So we want to start with that chain 2 again. Turn our work around and double crochet in the next 5 stitches. And then we're going to do a popcorn in the next stitch. So just a regular 5 double crochet popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, don't forget to chain 1 if you haven't already. And then we're going to skip the next stitch and do a double crochet in the top of this reverse popcorn. So remember, the very first part will be the chain, so you want to go into the other side, which will be the top of that popcorn. Okay, sorry, you need to do an extra chain after your double crochet. So after your popcorn, you need to do your popcorn chain and then a chain. Okay, and then into the top of your popcorn stitch. Okay, and then chain 1 and do a double crochet in the next double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet in the top of your popcorn. So remember, it's the left hand side of that, ignoring the chain, and then chain 1, skip a double crochet, do a popcorn in the next stitch. So skip 1 and then do a popcorn in the next. So your 5 double crochet popcorn in this stitch, and then a double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches to the end. Okay, so you can see our heart starting to take shape, and you can see the filet open work in the center. So for row 5, you are going to chain 2, turn your work, and then double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 3 stitches. 2, 3. And then you're going to do a reverse popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, reverse popcorn. So remember, you're going to put your hook in from the back to the front. Okay. Okay, so there's our reverse popcorn on the other side there. And then you've done your chain on the top of your popcorn, and then chain 1. And then skip the next double crochet, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the top of our next popcorn. And then we're going to chain 1 and do a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet into this stitch, chain 1 and double crochet into that stitch. Okay, and then chain 1 and a double crochet into your popcorn. Okay, and then you're going to chain 1 and skip the next double crochet and do a reverse popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, and then a double crochet in each of the last 4 stitches. Okay, so this is the back, and then turn it over, and this is what we have at the front. Looking good, looking good. So, I'm sorry that I'm not doing a lot of my actual crochet on camera, rather just giving you instructions, but it would take far too long for me to do all of this on camera, so I hope you're managing to keep up. Okay, so row 6. Start in the same way with chain 2 and turn, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. Just 1 double crochet. You can see we've worked down. We did 7, 5, 3 and now 1. Okay, and then we're going to do a popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, and then chain 1, that's the extra chain 1, skip the next double crochet and then do a double crochet in the top of your popcorn. And then you're going to 5 times do a chain 1 and double crochet into the stitch, chain 1 into the stitch, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 lots of chain 1 and double crochet, and then do a last chain 1 and double crochet into your popcorn, and I'll meet you back there. Okay, when you've done all those filet mesh stitches, you're going to chain 1 and skip the next double crochet and then do a popcorn in the next stitch, and then a double crochet in each of the next 2. So skip 1, popcorn, skip 1 and then popcorn and 2 double crochet. And there we go, we've reached the widest part of the heart, and there we go. These reverse popcorns, you might need to just give them a bit of a tweak to make sure they're sort of leaning over to the right side, the right way. So there we go. Okay, so for row 7, go to chain 2. I've got my work twisted here. Okay, chain 2, turn your work and do a double crochet in the next double crochet. And then you're going to do a reverse popcorn in the top of this existing popcorn. So remember, you're working into the left side, not the chain, and you're going to do your reverse popcorn into there. So just as before, do your 5 double crochet and then pop your hook in from the back to the front and pull through and chain to lock it into place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hook in from the back to the front, which you know by now, you've done a few of these, and then chain 1 to lock. Okay, and then you are going to chain 1, do a double crochet in the next double crochet, and you're going to do that twice more. Chain 1, next double crochet, chain 1, and in the next double crochet. So you should have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Yep, cool. Making sure I'm not losing count. Trying to follow the pattern. Okay, so chain 1, and then we're going to do a reverse popcorn in the next stitch. So I'll leave you to do that, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, and then you're going to do the same as what you did over here. Chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, and then into the next double crochet all the way along, chain 1 and into the top of your popcorn. No, don't chain 1. Chain 1, let's just do this together because I'm losing track of where I am. So chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, chain 1, and then we're doing a popcorn, reverse popcorn into the top of the popcorn, not a double crochet. So apologies for that. So a reverse popcorn into this popcorn, and then you are going to do a double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches once you've done this popcorn. Okay, turn my work over and show you this is what it should be looking like. So this is where the center of your heart will come when it comes down each side. Okay, so let's move on to row 8. So chain 2, turn your work, double crochet in the next stitch, and then a popcorn in the top of your popcorn. Okay, and then twice you want to do chain 1 and double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then chain 1 and do a popcorn in the next double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to do a double crochet in this chain 1 space, and a double crochet in the top of the next popcorn, double crochet in the next chain space, and then a popcorn in the next double crochet. Okay, so when you've done your popcorn, we're going to chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, do a popcorn in your next popcorn, and then the last 2 double crochets. And there we go. You can see the heart forming now. I'll lay it down there. You can probably see it forming here, around here. Okay, so for row 9, chain 2, turn your work, double crochet in the first stitch and in your popcorn. Okay, and double crochet in the chain space, and then a reverse popcorn in the next double crochet. When you've done that reverse popcorn, chain 1 and do a reverse popcorn in the next double crochet as well. Okay, I'm going to do the next few stitches with you just to follow along. So we're going to do a double crochet in the chain space and a double crochet in the top of the popcorn, double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, double crochet in the top of the popcorn, double crochet in the chain 1 space, and then a reverse popcorn in the next double crochet. And then after that reverse popcorn, chain 1 and do another reverse popcorn in the next stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, do a double crochet in the chain space, double crochet in the top of the popcorn, and a double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches. And there we go, end of row 9. Looking good. Looking good. Well done, you made it this far. So that is the end of our popcorn stitches. Much simpler on this next row. We are going to be doing double crochets in every stitch and every popcorn and every chain space. So we're going to get some more yarn for a start. Grab some more yarn. Okay, so as always, chain 2, turn your work, and double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Double crochet in the top of the popcorn, double crochet in the chain 1 space, double crochet in the top of your popcorn. I'm just working this along with you so we don't miss any stitches. Okay, so that was in the top of the popcorn, and then double crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. 2, 3, 7, and then double crochet in the top of the popcorn, in the chain space, in the next popcorn, and in each of the next 4 double crochets, and the last 4 double crochets. And there you have it. There is your pop filet heart essentially completed. You might want to tweak your popcorn so they're all facing pointing exactly the same way, so some on over if they're reverse ones. But there we go. How cool is that? Nice bit of texture going on there. Okay, so this is not 6 inches. It could be 6 inches if that's the size, if your square has come up to that size. Mine's not 6 inches, and that's the kind of size we say. So there is a border round. You can either continue with the yarn you're using if you want it all in the same colour, or you could fasten this off and join in a new colour. Okay, I've just measured mine, and mine actually isn't quite square at the moment. It's a little bit wider than it is high, so I'm going to put a single crochet border around and then just have a measure and see. I might just need to give it a stretch. Otherwise I will do an extra single crochet row at the top and at the bottom just to even that up. Okay, so have a measure, see what size you need for your border, and then it's as simple as doing 3 stitches in your corner and then 2 into the side of each row. Again, 3 in the corner, then 1 into each stitch along the bottom, 3 in the corner, and then 2 along at the end of each row, and 3 in the corner, and then 1 along each stitch at the top. And that's it. So 3 stitches in the corners and 2 at the end of each row, and 1 into each stitch at the top and bottom. And that is that. So choose the size you want your border to be, and go ahead and do single crochet, half double crochet, or double crochet, whatever takes your fancy. Or you could do 2 rows of single crochet in different colours if that's what you prefer. So I'm going to leave you to that. I'm going to do my border and then I will come back and show you my finished square. And there we go, there's our pop filet heart, and I love it. How gorgeous it looks with all that texture going on, all those popcorn stitches, and then this nice open centre with the filet centre. So I've done my border and it's all finished. I've sewn in all my ends and it's all ready to go. So I hope you found this video tutorial useful and helpful. If you have, then as always, please click that like button and give us a thumbs up. It is appreciated. And upload your photos in our Facebook group. It'd be great to see some of your photos of what you've done. And as always, until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.